I'd like to call this meeting back to order. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Councilman Canoia?
Yes.
Councilwoman Gonzalez?
Here.
Councilman Gillette?
Here.
Councilwoman Sierra?
Here.
Councilman Susie?
Here.
Councilman Ward?
Here.
President Gendron?
Here. All councilors are present. Mr. Larissa, we were at your time for questioning.
Examination.
Cross-examination, thank you.
Hi, Ms. Johnston. I'm Attorney Larissa. You may have heard before. I can barely see you. Now I get you. Couple of questions. You prepare the budget for the Finance Department for the mayor to submit to the council?
I do.
Okay. And it's fair to say, based on your testimony and those of Ms. Chamberlain, that if you had additional personnel, you would be able to get the financial reports to the council on a timely basis?
That's correct.
And you testified just moments ago that your wish list included 2 new, was it accountants?
Yes.
Okay. The budget, let's focus on FY 2022. Were those, isn't it true that the council approved the budget requested by the mayor, including the amounts requested for the finance department?
I believe that it may have been amended. I'm not sure.
The council didn't reduce the request from the mayor, correct?
I'd have to look at it.
Okay, but you, as you sit here today, as the one who prepared it, you can't testify under oath that the council did not give the finance department the budgeted number of employees and budget that was requested by the mayor of the city of Woonsocket for FY 2022, correct?
Well, those are two different questions. As far as the number of employees affecting the finance department, so you're talking about FY 22, not FY 23, so that was a year and a half ago. So I do not remember the specifics, but I can tell you that the past couple of years, all the departments, especially the finance department, has requested a budget for temporary clerical to assist us during our peak times, which include audit preparation. And as Director Chamberlain testified, we utilize college students as interns to assist us with that. And I can tell you that the past couple of years that we submitted a budget with funding and temporary clerical, the council has zeroed that out as an amendment. On the part 2 of your question, which was, did the council approve the budget as submitted? Again, there's been amendments every year.
Now, isn't it true for FY 22, and let's start there, that positions in the budget were not filled by the finance department during that fiscal year? Approved positions by the council contained in the budget, unfilled.
I'd have to review the staffing report. That was, again, as I told you, submitted over a year and a half ago.
Let's focus on, the reason I'm going backwards is because although it was submitted, it applied up until, I believe, June 30th of this year, correct? Your budget year is July.
That's correct. Okay. And it wasn't because of a lack of attempt to fill the positions.
Okay, so you're admitting that the budgeted positions you don't believe were filled for FY 22, that were contained in the budget?
I know the ones in the finance department were not filled.
And that's what I'm concerned with. Sorry, it's just the finance department. Now let's turn to FY 23, which started on July 1 of this year, correct?
Yes.
Isn't it true that the council approved the budget that you prepared for the mayor that was submitted to the council for approval without any reductions?
The council amended that budget that we proposed.
Did they amend it by including more money, less money, or different money, or something else?
You'd have to be more specific.
How was it amended?
Again, I'd have to refresh my memory. Councilman Canoia produced I think, at least 2 pages of amendments that he prepared.
And what were in those amendments, to the best of your recollection?
There were 2 pages of them. I don't want to misspeak.
Did they cut money from the department or no?
Yes,
They did cut money from the department.
yes.
Did they not allow you to fill any budgeted positions?
From what I recall, no, they did not cut funding for budgeted positions.
So isn't,
Although I have to say that there was one in particular that was of great concern for me, that they reduced the salary of a pro-tech union position.
isn't it also fair to say that they increased the salaries of several positions within the finance department in FY '23?
Several positions? No,
At least one position?
at least one.
And isn't it also true that in FY '22, you received a increased salary from a FEMA grant?
It was not an increased salary, it was a temporary stipend.
Okay, what is your salary for FY '22?
FY '22 has not changed. I believe it's 86,000 something. I don't know the exact amount.
Okay, that's close enough. So in FY '22, you also received an additional $26,950 on top of that in what you're calling a stipend, correct?
I'm calling it a stipend because that's what it is, yes.
And the number's correct?
It sounds correct, without actually looking at documentation.
Now, for FY '23, are you also receiving a stipend from somewhere or no?
No.
No further questions, Mr. President.
Thank you. Mr.
No further
Laparella?
questions of Ms.
Okay.
Johnston.
All right. So do we want to go into the next one or recess until tomorrow at 6?
I'd like to recess tomorrow till 6.
Is that everyone in agreement with that?
Basically, a continuance of this hearing with just a longer recess till tomorrow at 6.
Yes. Now, I will, do want to make everyone aware, anyone that was identified as having to be here and was notified, that notification carries through to tomorrow's hearing. So anyone who was requested to be here, please make sure you show up tomorrow. This is just a recess. And do we need a motion to recess? Or?
Excuse me, Mr. President, before we do that,
Yes.
do we know if we have a stenographer for tomorrow?
We do not know yet.
Okay.
So we're trying our best.
I'm sure amongst the lawyers we'll find someone.
Thank you.
Mr. President?
Councilman Ward?
The motion that we recess until 6 p.m.?
6 p.m.
6 p.m. tomorrow evening.
Motion made by Councilman Ward.
Second.
Seconded by Councilwoman Gonzalez to recess until 6 p.m.
Mr. President, before the vote, there's one quick question for Mr. LaPazera. So that'll give us 6 to 12 tomorrow. Do we expect this matter to conclude in its entirety by then? Or are we looking at more? To the extent you know.
I'm gonna do my best.
Okay.
Good.
I'll do my best.
Very good.
Okay.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. And this meeting is adjourned at 12:04. I'm sorry, is recessed till 12:04.